Hello everyone, I am Dr. Architect Parthasarthi Mishra, and this is the seventh video in the series of multi-criteria decision making analysis. Today we are going to discuss about the details of weighted aggregated sum product assessment, that is nothing but the Waspas method. So next is this is the overall scenario, the content of the presentations. First, introductions, the overview of the Waspas, then methodological principles. Next is applications in various domains, how we can use this Waspas method in different domain. Then implementation steps, that is very much important. Fifth, with the help of one case study, we can see how we can use this Waspas method. Sixth is the advantages and disadvantages or the limitations. Seventh is the future research directions, how we can use this Waspas method in different process in the future that we'll discuss. First one is our overview of Waspas method. The definition and purpose. Waspas is a multi-criteria decision-making method integrating weighted sum model and weighted product model to tackle complex decision scenarios. So we have already discussed in our video 5 that the WSM method, the weighted sum method. So if you have not seen that video, please go and check the details of weighted sum method. And weighted product method, that we have already discussed in the 6th video. So this is the 7th video. If you have not seen the 5th and 6th video, please go and check in my playlist. So this is a combination of both weighted sum method and weighted product method. So we can combine both the things and we can say it is a Waspas method. The key feature of Waspas method is this offers comprehensive evaluation, flexible weight assessment, and handles both quantitative and qualitative criteria effectively. So in this Waspas method, as we are using the weighted sum method and weighted product method simultaneously, so we can use the quantitative parameters, variables, attributes, whatever you can say, along with the qualitative parameters. So this is the main feature of this Waspas method. Now let's discuss about the historical background of Waspas method, the origin and evolution. This particular method, Waspas method, is developed by Jaworska, Turkis and Kilney in 2014 to enhance the traditional decision-making methods with more reliable and flexible solutions. All these, eminent personalities are from the University, Portugal University. So they are dealing with all this kind of MCDM methods. So they have developed this Waspas method in the year of 2014. Now, in the field of research contributions, built upon extensive research in decision theory and multi-criteria optimizations to address weakness in existing techniques. So where they have developed this Waspas method, because they have found some kind of errors or limitations in the WSM method and WPM method. So to compromise both the methods, they have developed this particular Waspas method to give some kind of robustness, some kind of to avoid weakness in the existing technology or the different methods. So that's why they have developed this Waspas method. Next is the methodological principles. First step is the core concepts, that is divided into two parts. One is the dual model integrations and second one is the criteria handling. What is the dual model? This dual model is nothing but both the weighted sum and weighted product models for a more robust evaluation purpose. So they have used both the WSM and WPM method for their robust evaluation process. Now what is criteria handling? Effectively manages both benefit and cost criteria to provide a balanced assessment. Now again, I have already explained this benefit and cost criteria. So benefit criteria are that the values are benefit for us. If the higher the value is benefit for us, then we can say it is a benefit criteria. Whereas when the values are increasing and that those are not beneficial for us, then only we can say that is a cost criteria. For example, water pollution level. If the pollution level is increasing, it is not good for us. So we can say it is a cost criteria. Whereas water purification level, if the purification level is increasing, so we can say it is beneficial for us. So that's why it is a beneficial or benefit criteria. So Waspas method can handle both the benefit and cost criteria. Now the detailed procedures. Now the decision matrix formulations, as we have already done these things in WSM and WPM method. Organize alternatives and criteria. What are alternatives? Alternatives are the final selection on which we are doing some kind of selection criteria. uh, and criteria are the variables or attributes for which we are going to select these alternatives. So organizing both the alternatives and criteria is very much essential for all these three methods: WSM, WP and WSPAS method, ensuring all are compared against common metrics. So normalized and weight assignments. So generally, this transform data to compare scales, assign weights based on relative importance using various methods. Now these various methods are like, I can give you an example of uh, analytical hierarchy process, AHP process, fuzzy AHP process. We have different other methods: without experts, with experts. With experts we have AHP process. Without experts we have some PSI, uh, preference selection index method is there, critic method is there. So by hook or crook, by any method we can get this weights of the parameter or the level of importance of this parameter. Then our problem is to aggregate them. So in this process we are doing both the WSM method and WPM method for the aggregations. Then we have to combine those things to get the aggregations method, that is nothing but the Waspas method. Now the application in various domains. In engineering and technology selections evaluate and select the most suitable technologies and equipment for specific engineering tasks. So in engineering, we have to evaluate the different technologies or equipments. For example, if you want to select some particular equipment to do some kind of task. So in market, we have different types of available equipments are there, but which equipment is give us most valuable solutions, that we have to select and we have to do perform our job. Next is in design comparisons. Compare alternative design solutions to identify optimal choices on the basis of different variables. Design, we can design, for example, in architectural design we are not only dealing with the aesthetic part, we are also dealing with the functional part, climatic part, material part, uh, form, functions. So many things are there. So on what basis, maybe on what basis, form basis, one particular design is very much attractive, but function wise it may not be working properly. So on that basis we have to select all the variables in the name of different criteria and all the design solutions. So at the end, by using all the all the parameters, we'll get a particular solutions. So through Waspas method we can get this particular final design solutions. Next is like supplier selection, mainly in the construction field. Access and select suppliers based on multiple business criteria, maybe location, maybe price, maybe transportation, maybe labor cost, maybe so many parameters are there for selecting a particular material for the supply, for the construction work. Again, another example is like in management field, strategic planning. At strategic planning include investment decisions and resource allocations. Which kind of resource allocations that we can do? We have different options, we have different alternatives. On the basis of different criteria we can select those things. So Waspas is one of the solutions. Through Waspas method we can do a robust evaluations technique by using the WPM and WSM method. So again, I just want to tell you, if you have not know what is WSM and WPM methods, please go and visit my previous videos, which is the fifth and sixth video. Just before this videos, seventh video, you can get all this detail. Next is like the implementation steps, like define criteria and alternatives. So as I told you, defining the criteria or on which on what are the variables that we want to uh, perform for to select a particular alternative, that is very much important. Again, we should know what are our alternatives, final alternatives, among which we can select the optimal solutions. So that is also very much important. So identifying, selecting the parameters or the criteria or the variables along with the final alternatives is the basic things for defining our framework. Next is the data collections. Gathering relevant performance data for all alternatives is very much important. So whether this data are uh, on the basis of different units are there, so we have to collect all the data. Maybe some are the qualitative data, some are quantitative data. So mostly quantitative data we don't have any problem, but qualitative data we have to make it in a scale, whether it is a Likert scale or a order scale that we have to perform. So at the end we have to collect data for this framing this process of Waspas method. Next is the normalization technique. Standardize data to allow fair comparison. So I don't want to go into the detail of normalizations because I have already discussed in WSM and WPM method how to normalize the data, how to avoid the units among the variables by for benefit criteria by dividing the value by the maximum value, whereas for the cost criteria we can the minimum value divided by the particular value of that parameter. So normalizations, standardizations process is there. Then criteria weighting methods, again we have discussed like with the help of AHP, fuzzy AHP, GRA method is there, grade relational analysis method is there, and some people are using PSI critic method for getting the weights, that is nothing but the level of importance or relative importance of the parameters. So next is through case study, let's try to explain technology selections, criteria identification. Suppose we want to do a technological based evaluations. So mainly parameter will be cost is a, again by default it is a cost variable. Efficiency, if the efficiency is increasing it is good for us, so it is again a benefit criteria. Energy consumptions, if the energy consumption is low it is very good for us, so again we can say it is a cost criteria. Maintenance, if the cost of the maintenance is too high, then again it is a cost criteria. And the sophistications, if the sophistications level is increasing, then we can say it is very good for us, so again it is, we can say it is a benefit criteria. So among the variables we have to identify which are the cost criteria and which are the benefit criteria. For that, that will be help us during the normalizations process. That is the third step. The second step is the decision making creations. By collecting all the data, so we have to make a decision matrix. Now the application process, then we have to perform the Waspas procedures, apply the weighted aggregated sum product assessment techniques to synthesize the result. As I told you, we have to perform the WSM method and WPM method. Then most of the time we are giving the average value of WSM and WPM methods to finalize the final score of the WPM WSM Waspas method. So the resultant interpretations, analyze and interpret the aggregated score getting obtaining from the Waspas method. We have to find out or we have to determine the optimal solutions. So mostly higher the value of the Waspas method, that we can say higher is the rank. Now let's say discuss about the advantages and limitations of this Waspas method. Key benefits, comprehensive evaluations offer a thorough evaluation, integrated multi-criteria and methodologies. So again we have benefits of uh, WPM, WSM as well as the WASPAS method. Again it is a versatile method, suitable for various domains and capable of handling diverse decision making scenarios. This can be applications in almost all the scenarios, along with the qualitative and quantitative variables, data variables, that is most important. Then challenging and drawbacks, as we know every methods have their own limitations, problems, challenges and drawbacks. So one of the major challenge for this particular method is the computational complexity. This involves complex calculations and require expertise to execute efficiency. So now we have different softwares. For example, we have particularly Microsoft Excel, we have Tableau, we have um, R Studio. We can do with some kind of packages. There are some method, there are some softwares like Jamovi, uh, Power BI. So we can use different softwares to obtaining this. So computational complexity is not a big deal for right now, but when this Waspas method was evolved, it was a big challenge for most of the researchers. Again, is sensitivity to data quality. The accuracy of result is highly dependent upon the quality of the input data. It is always there for all the methods. So again, I cannot say it is a big challenge for us, but data quality and data accuracy is always there for each and every method. Next is the, let's discuss about the future directions, or we can conclude it from here, like enhancing the automations, automated weight assignments. So develop techniques to automate the process of assigning weights to criteria. So if there are some of the methods like ranking of parameters, if you'll rank the parameters before finding out the values. So there are something like equal weight method, then reciprocal weight method, standardized weight method. There are so many weighting methods are there. If we can do the automation systems, so it is always better uh, to ease our calculations. Then machine learning integrations, obviously, integrate machine learning algorithms to enhance the decision making accuracy and effectiveness. So it is one of the futuristic thing that we are going to discuss, or anybody can take their research problem based on this machine learning integrations with the Waspas method in their research work. Next is the expanding applications. You know, most of the domains they are using the Waspas method. However, domain specific models create tailored variants of Waspas for specific domain, improving relevance and applicability. Again, we have different combinations like Waspas, AHP plus Waspas. Again, if you can apply, or we can do fuzzy Waspas method also. That is one of the newly trained research methodology for this multi-graded decision making analysis. So we can expand our applications in any kind of fields, or we can broaden our horizon in the research area. Now dealing with uncertainty. So this is one of the major drawback that most of the people are not dealing with. But right now we have different methods, and with the help of Waspas also we can deal with this kind of uncertainty in our results, in our applications, enhance the methods to better handle fuzzy and uncertainty data scenario. So fuzzy is something like we are predicting something, but we don't know the exact values. So uh, the video 4 is all about the fuzzy analytical hierarchy process. If you have any doubts, you can go and visit the fourth video of this MCDM series. So that is the fuzzy HP things, that also we can deal with the expanding applications, like we can get the weighted value or the level of importance, or weights of the parameter from the fuzzy HP process, and we can aggregate through the Waspas method. That is one of the robust solutions that many people can do. Now let's complete this Waspas method and we can stop here. Thank you very much for listening this particular video, and I'll appreciate your patience to listen this particular video. Thank you. I am again Dr. Architect Parthasarthi Mishra, Associate Professor, Faculty of Architecture, Sri Sri University. These are my credentials. You can contact me anytime. Now I am trying to make videos on MCDM, different MCDM methods weekly. So if you have not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe it. If you have any doubts, you can comment me. If you like the video, please like it. And for for expanding this knowledge, you can share it among your friends, colleagues, in your WhatsApp group. So I'll be happy for that. Thank you. Right now, we can discuss with another MCDM method in next week. Thank you. Thank you very much for right now.